welcome back to episode 2 of the Birmingham Fan TV podcast, which we still don't have a name for, but we will by the end of this episode. I can guarantee you that. Mark's grinning. There's been some cracking...
I thought of a few.
There's been some cracking suggestions in the group chat recently. Yeah.
Blue Moon, we presented naked.
Yeah.
Peaky Bellins.
Yeah, there is that one. Or...
Cop Killers.
Cop Killers, yeah.
We dress as gangsters.
Yeah, it all got a bit weird. I'm pretty sure.
You just don't appreciate my comedic chops.
No, you got put on a ban in the group chat because
I got a timeout.
Yeah, but I was going to welcome back my co-host Mark, but he's done that himself
because he's gobby.
I found out some absurd lines in this one. Like, why are you going to do that? Before we start, I've got to say, help us out, leave a like on the video, it does help. Help Mark out, please. He needs the likes, he's an attention whore. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, it will help us massively. We're so close to the 1,000 now. Don't forget to put the notification bell on so you don't miss any of these videos. And comment down below your thoughts. Obviously, there'll be plenty of talking points throughout the video. Let us know. Just honestly, we love reading them. Mark loves reading them.
I reply to most of them.
I was going to say, it's the only thing you do throughout the day.
I have no social life. You are my social life.
The viewers.
The viewers. You.
More priority.
That's
it. Than the family. At the minute.
Yeah,
that's true. I bet the wife says that. Come home.
She loves me.
Yeah. What were we out till like 11 o'clock last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, something stupid like that. But
this one will be better and shorter and snappier and less rambling.
We've already started rambling.
You have.
Yeah, I really have.
It's the difficult sequel.
So coming up in the show, we're going to do a little bit on last week's game. I think that's that's going to be key to evaluate. Just a couple of minutes running through what went wrong, what we did
a lot
right,
not a lot.
But without being too negative, because let's be honest, if we're going to be negative ahead of this game on Sunday, we might as well just shoot ourselves in the foot now. Come on.
Nah.
No, you love negativity, don't you? You got a massive grin on your face.
Nah.
We're going to talk about some talking points that we've picked up on Twitter in the last week or so. A couple of interesting topics. We're going to talk about questions that you guys have sent in from the socials. We're going to try and run through those really quickly. And the small matter of a certain kick around with the team from Aston down the road on Sunday. Which you're dead excited to get your teeth into a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning, aren't you?
A beer and a bacon sandwich. Is there anything more British working class?
There's a cracking burger van outside Bawdsley. I don't know if you've had something from there.
No.
Bawdsley Social Club, guys, we will be there from 8 o'clock in the morning. Come and catch us.
Debatable.
Alright, I'll be there from 8 o'clock. He'll rock up when he rocks up.
12:30.
So let's just dive in.
Okay.
Last week's game. I don't really want to talk about it that much because I travelled 120 miles there, 120 miles back.
Well, you're a mug, aren't you?
To watch them.
When's the last time we won at Hull?
Well, we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I said it in my preview.
It's better than last year.
It wasn't 6, was it? But we scored last year.
Yeah, it's worse than last year. No, it wasn't worse, it was better.
You watched the game on TV. I watched it live.
Yeah.
So I got to experience more pain.
And I was warm.
Go on.
And had a beer.
Okay, let's start on a positive note.
Go on then.
Give me a couple of things we did right. I think there was 1 or 2 things we could pluck out of there.
My porn on the pitch for the week, which I'm going to make a thing.
Yeah.
Porn on the pitch, hashtag. It's a hashtag symbol.
I remember when Cameron Jerome did that. Do you remember when Cameron Jerome did the
hashtag symbol?
2008 season under McLeish, his first game, and he scored and he did that.
Did he really?
No. I think it was Illuminati or it was hashtag.
He probably got that from me.
Probably did.
I'm a trendsetter. My porn on the pitch for the last game, Gary Garner's cross-field pass over to Mahoney, which was such an insignificant thing, but it was pristine. And I've been saying for ages, he's a playmaker. And I said it last week, he's not an Iniesta.
He's a baller, that's what
but he's the bloody best playmaker we've got.
Yeah, he is.
Just the fact that he looks up, and there isn't a lot to rave about from the whole game, let's be honest.
He puts his foot on the ball, I think that's...
But I thought Gary Garner was good. There's more negatives. Dare I say that?
Look, I've got to try and keep this a little bit upbeat. No.
You see, Harley Dean came out on Twitter and apologised.
I mean, rightfully so. I think he's if I'm being brutally honest, his performance was below par. To be kind, I'm being kind to him. I don't like to slander, but he was at fault for at least one of the goals, and his positioning throughout the game was questionable.
Yeah, but he knows it, so we move on, I guess.
Yeah, he knows it, and he's held his hands up, and what more can you say? I'm sure he doesn't do it often, so it wasn't often.
It's a lot better than the radio silence we had last year.
Oh god,
when they got slaughtered every game and everyone hid under a rock.
He did come out last season, do you remember at Barnsley, and we got beat.
He did.
He did come out.
Right.
Yeah, so he's the only one that obviously when he makes a mistake, he owns up. So yeah, that's why I like him.
What do you think about the inclusion of Davis?
I think it was the right decision on the day.
Made sense.
I think it made complete sense. I know people are saying, well, Clifton Bell wasn't on. I don't know if he was on 8 or 9. People were saying, oh, he was on 9, he was rested because they didn't want the suspension. Regardless, I think Davis needed match time.
Yeah, he did. And you got to think he's probably going to be picked Sunday.
Yeah. With
the loss of Gary Gardner.
Lord help us.
Lord help us. No, I thought you were saying positive.
Lord help us.
Lord help us. He needed some game time, but then so does Craig Gardner. Should we play Craig Gardner instead?
Craig's a frustrating one for me. I think we'll dive into this one a little bit later on. When we're talking about that game down the road.
That's code for stop going off track, Mark.
Yeah, he does this so often. I'm going to pick out one more positive.
Go on.
I think the fact that we can change the team up the way we did, again, with the wide players. I know they started Bristol, but they've not been our regulars this season. Davis coming in. I don't think we were... This is going to sound stupid, but we weren't battered.
No,
and
not like last year.
No, Hull are a good team. Don't get this twisted. Hull are a good team. They've been on a mad run since October time. And we went to their place and we had chances to score.
We had more shots. Didn't we have the highest number of shots?
Second number highest in the championship.
Yeah.
I think we had 17
God knows
shots.
how. I watched the whole game. I never saw him.
Said it to we just didn't put our chances away, and we were sloppy at the other end. It was the fine margins at either end.
Yeah.
And I think that's a positive to take, was that we didn't have Magoma. Didn't start.
That's a positive.
That's positive. We didn't have Hotter.
Yeah.
We didn't have Keith. Max went off early. And
have we heard any more about Max going off?
I've not. I'm sure the press conference will be tomorrow. Yeah. The game. I said to him on the day, it looked like a hamstring. He went off holding the back of his leg, just above his knee. I think it was a hamstring. Whatever the severity, I don't think he'll make the Villa game.
Do you not?
No, I don't.
I thought we would have heard something about it by now if he wasn't. Having said that, Monk might be trying to keep his cards a bit closer to his chest.
Yeah.
As you say, we'll find out. Press conference probably tomorrow, like you say.
Yeah.
We'll find out then, I suppose.
I think that's enough on last week's game, because I don't want to dwell on that defeat too much, because it's already...
It's almost like there's something more important to talk about.
Yeah. A few talking points on Twitter. They were interesting.
Yeah.
I've really got some interesting ones. Obviously, you pick up on a lot of things. A lot of things happen when there's no games, because people just start kind of like picking at things, and they're like, what if this and what if that? And both of these are theoretical things.
Go on then.
The first one was BCFC Ant. I'm going to plug his name in there, just in case he does watch this. I don't know if he does. And he said, why don't we have a statue of anyone outside the ground, anywhere? I think it's a really good question. And I think he made the point of, why don't we have a statue of Gil Merrick? For me, he would be the prime one to have. Managed the club, 500 appearances plus for the club, England goalkeeper, then managed us and took us to cup final. Why does this man...
You say that like I was there. That was before my time.
I'm just... I want to make sure
what do you think I am?
Before the fact police come at me. I think you're old, Mark. You said it last week. You said you're old.
I'm fat. Keep my head down to hide the double chins this week.
Look at the tears. They're starting already.
Look at the hair.
What do you think? I don't know.
Like a statue?
Yeah.
I think we haven't got one because the club are tight.
They are,
to be honest.
No, they are.
How long have we asked for that badge on the side of the stand, on the railway stand, back of the railway stand? Gil Merrick, as it's now known.
You can see from the train station.
Yeah, will they give it to us, or will we not pay for it?
Yeah, whether they want the council to pay for it, something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it does.
I can't imagine why the council would. It's not like it's blocking a beautiful piece of scenery, is it? You've got that velvet underpants graffiti and trees. That's the only thing it's going to obscure.
It's a badge on the back of our stand, for Christ's sake.
Villa got it across the side of theirs, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't see
it
the
from
point.
the Aston Expressway.
I don't know who it's insulting or who it's putting off as such.
No,
but look, I think it'd be nice. I think you go to other grounds and you go to, because I think it come up because obviously like David Beckham's getting a statue at LA Galaxy. Not sure why
God knows
the hell
why.
he's getting that. And obviously, I was looking at obviously the Gordon Banks one at Stoke because obviously with Gordon Banks passing Stoke, Dishes,
the world's most boring place on the planet. Stoke, Coventry, Leicester, most boring. Derby. It's like the boring belt of England. It's boring.
I don't mind Derby,
but just the voices.
But yeah, I don't like Coventry.
Stoke. That'll ring in your head all night.
Oh god, that was horrible.
Stoke. See, gets to you.
Stop. Stop.
Statues.
Throw something at you. Statues. Go on then. Throw it out there.
Well, Francis is the obvious one, isn't it?
Latchford
is the second obvious. It's where you put it is the problem as well.
You'd either put it outside the cop reception, in that area.
The cop, where they have the footballs and the bins.
In the middle of the car park.
Literally
in the middle. There'd be like a roundabout around it. No, in Blues they'd make a roundabout system around it. Like put the statue right there, right in the centre, and make a awkward like parking system around it. Or we'd stick it behind the main stand where it's really disgusting.
I've seen that.
You've seen that? Oh, come on. It's a bit of an eyesore now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I love the traditional feel of it.
But they should have upgraded it when they did the rest.
You walk through on a match day, Mark, come on.
Every match day.
It's not great, is it?
It's not the best.
It's not great. But it will get us on to our second point in a minute, but...
Oh.
Three players that deserve a statue at the club.
Latchford, Merrick, Francis.
As anybody...
Ricky Otto.
Jose Dominguez.
Kevin Francis. Bart Gramick.
Stop using that name.
Google him.
I am.
Makes Gil Merrick look a mug.
Oh,
he covered for Ian Bennett when he was injured.
What a legend Ian Bennett was.
Statue Ian Bennett. I used to
Bennett.
love Ian Bennett.
I think the club needs it. Not it's a necessity, but I think that we've got a few players that deserve it.
Yeah, it'd be good.
And I think it'd be nice because you walk around any other ground, it's got that community feel of a ground and a club. We don't. We just got the stadium, just
car park.
Then we've got a car park
that no one can use.
No, it's just behind the away stand. There's nothing because there's that railway there. Fine, granted. You've got the main stand which is falling apart, and the Tilton which is the Tilton.
Why are we just slagging off the ground?
Sorry.
I'll tell you what we should take down is the barrier between the away fans and the home fans. Would you have had that back in the day where you could see the away fans?
What, where?
When you walk, obviously the away fans walk into the Gil Merrick lower.
Oh, you mean that little split?
Little split?
Yeah.
Has that always been boarded?
I think so. I don't know.
Not in the day.
No, that was probably not in the day.
It was class, particularly if you'd won and you have to walk.
I've been going down
slowly
since
walk
about
out.
03, so I don't remember.
You'd probably cover it by your time, but it was good.
So we're going with Merrick, Francis, and Latchford.
I'd say Merrick's got a stand named after him, so I'd go Francis.
I'd go Francis as well. Again,
Francis has got a bar named after him.
It's not good though, is it? If you call that Latchford Bar.
Latchford Bar,
and give Francis a statue.
Either way, they're not paying for it, it's not happening, so don't worry about it.
I was going to say, we're already under the financial problems as it goes.
We could sell it sponsorships. The Carlsberg statue.
Could you imagine that? We like rock up at the EFL hearing in the next 2 weeks. And they're like, right, what have you done to Costco? We bought a statue.
We put a statue up. It's the Trevor Francis statue, sponsored by Fly B. No, our books balance. Get off our back.
Oh God. The Trillion Trophy.
Why am I hired by the club? The ideas are there.
Trillion Trophy Trevor Francis statue.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be great. Imagine the revenue from that. But honestly, no. I really feel like the ground lacks. But this gets me on to our second point, which was put on by I can't remember who it was. Kian, I think. Kian something. I apologise if you watch this.
Hi, Kian.
Theoretically speaking, if we were to become an established Premier League club of some description, again, which we were, it was a thread on what needs improving at St Andrews. Where do we start? I think it's something that we can quickly gloss over. Let's say theoretically, we went up.
Are we talking
established for 5 years?
An issue.
Money's not an issue, but we're not stupid.
Well, that main stand needs doing.
Oh yeah, first
knock it down and redo it.
The question is, do you build it exactly the same as the cop the other side, or do you do something a little bit different?
No, build it
a bit different. I would.
Yeah.
I would connect the two, but I'd make it a little bit bigger. Does that make sense? Like,
all these modern grounds lack a bit of character. I know
I wouldn't have it the same as the Kop.
Not to give Witton any credit, but I do think the Holt End, that entrance,
it's impressive.
It's very impressive.
It is.
I don't love it because they're scumbags, but it's nice. I think the modern grounds don't have that effect. Even the new,
the three stands,
Wembley,
nothing to shout about.
No, they're not.
But the Holt End is
the new Wembley as well. It just doesn't have the. Yes, it's all modern and nice. But
I've been in there for the last 3 years, twice or three times a week. It just lacks anything.
So although the main stand is, shall we say, character.
Oh, it's got great character. It's got history, but my God, something needs doing to it.
Yeah, for a start, you can't see over the dugout if you sit behind it.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Who put seats behind that?
Don't know.
Whose theory was that?
That was my dad's last game that I went to with him. With West Brom at home in the Cup a couple of seasons ago. Sat behind the dugout. It was literally like having a bar there, and you could see the top third. So you could see where they were running. Couldn't see what they were doing, so you just sort of make up the game as you see it.
That is poor. Obviously, I presume it was done before dugouts were like that. So obviously, the theory was dugouts weren't there.
It's time to fix that.
It's time to fix that now. I think Mark's busy. Mark's popular.
Probably one of my girls.
Jesus, it's not. That is so bad. Behind the Tilton. If you go in the Tilton, presume you have.
Yes.
Come on, let's be honest. There's not a blue nose inside that hasn't sat in the Tilton at some point. I'm looking at you, Emily Drakey, down there. I've not took her in the Tilton.
She's been in Bristol's ground.
Oh, she has. Oh, yeah. Number one. We've thrown her under the bus. There's that building behind, the business behind the factory or whatever. Get rid of that. I know it's easier said than done. It's like, well, you can't just
get rid of that.
You can't up and move that.
Oh, sound. I call the bulldozers, why not?
But if we offer them enough money, because like, have you ever been to like, I don't know, West Brom's ground for example? They've got like activities all the way around. I know this is like posh modern football, like get out. Let's be honest. If your club's going to be established, they need something like that. Even if you put like another bar there and something to do there
for the kids.
Yeah, get the kids drinking early on. Isn't that Blues tradition? Let's get rid of that and put something behind it.
What? Get rid of the warehouses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we'll put something in there.
James has now bought a warehouse apparently and has free reign over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes and no. Like, I don't know. It's football.
It's been there for years and it's the only thing obstructing there.
The thing with all your activities is you're going to turn into America, where you don't go for the game, you go for the day.
I don't want these like these FIFA things that they do outside.
Yeah.
No, none of that. None of that.
They've got that outside the main stand.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like it. Yeah. I'm saying, stick a bar there.
So basically, you want somewhere else to drink. Is the Bawdsley not enough?
Bawdsley are enough, but I'm just saying, if the club wants to generate money, because that happy abode is good, good idea, but it only fits about 5 people in there.
I'm not trying to call you an alcoholic, James, but
I am an alcoholic.
Maybe, like, talk to someone.
I will.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I think the ground's lots of improvements.
I don't know. Yeah, the activities maybe for the younger lot, but that's not for me. For me, the football, you go there, you watch the game, you go home.
I'm talking about even putting the club shop there and revamping it, build a nice club shop.
The club shop could do
it's crap. Done. It's crap.
It's so cramped.
It's awful.
It's better than it was, but it's cramped.
It's awful.
It is really cramped.
It's just really bad.
The Adidas stuff's nice.
If you've got a second loan to take out, yeah. I agree, it's nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it's ridiculous you want to take out another mortgage.
Sell the car and come home with an Adidas tracksuit.
Where's the car gone? Don't know, but I bought all the Blues merch. Oh, that's nice. Look, I'm just saying, obviously forward thinking. I don't think the club does it enough. I don't. I think we're too stuck in old ways at times. I love the club. I've never want it to change its identity, but there's things we can do to improve it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's all about revenue. We want to generate revenue. My God. Like,
so if everyone out there can start buying lottery tickets from now,
I was going to say,
and just donate all the money to the club, James will buy a warehouse and he'll stick you a massive club shopping, and he'll buy you all an Adidas tracksuit.
I think
win-win.
I think if you just leave a comment down below, let us know. Obviously,
if you want James to buy you an Adidas tracksuit.
If you want me to buy you an Adidas tracksuit, let me know. If you want a statue outside the ground, let me know and I'll buy that as well. If so, who of? Because I can sculpt it myself as well.
Me.
And not Mark. And let me know as well what improvements you'd make to the ground and where you'd improve. I think it's a good talking point.
Open the Gil Merrick upper.
Oh my God,
It's already there.
The John
Merrick. Just open it. It's already there.
Who is it? It's that Exchange that calls it the John Merrick Cup. I think that's banterous. I used to love it watching him do that.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's funny.
It upsets people.
That's why he did it, because it was consistently upsetting people.
Your crappy Mac scarf now.
It has. I think it's time. I think we've delayed too much.
Talk about the Whitton Warriors.
I think it's time to talk about that game.
Go on then. Where do you want to start?
I can't wait for them to get their hands on.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
You hate the derby?
I hate the day. I hate the week before.
I like the day. I hate the build.
Oh God, I'm nervous now talking about it. Like, I can actually feel my legs tingling.
Oh no, ain't that bad. I think you might get that checked out.
No, what was my hair's messed up now?
Don't he look like Patrick Stump? Can we
Patrick Stump?
Is it Patrick Stump, the lead singer from Fall Out Boy? If anybody knows, let me know.
Yeah, everyone knows Fall Out Boy.
Everybody knows Fall Out Boy. I'm sure you've heard him at some point.
Name a song.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories.
No, wrong.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. You just no.
Tydra's a rock star.
It's Derby week.
It's horrible.
It is.
It is horrible. It wouldn't be so bad if we won every now and again.
It's horrible, isn't it? Build up to Derby week, or Derby day. The week, even 2 weeks before I was feeling it last week.
It's worse now social media exists, I'll be honest. At least back in the day.
You could hide.
Yeah. Yeah. With social media, it's just... Yeah,
painful, isn't it?
Painful, non-stop.
I think I've watched us win, I've watched us lose. I watched the good and the bad. I pretty much watched the best of it, I would say. And it's progressively gotten... I don't know if... I feel like it keeps up its intensity. I don't think... I think where you see a lot of derbies are dying out almost.
Yeah, just watch that Liverpool Steel City one.
And Liverpool Everton as well.
Oh, God.
I think atmosphere was good at the Steel City one, but...
It was, well, they threw a few bottles and coins, but the game, my God.
But the game was dire. There was no... They didn't...
The players didn't care. I think that's the difference between us and Whitton. I think our players care. I think, as I said last week, our season is over.
Pretty much.
I think.
Unless we won our next 3.
Yeah,
If we won our next 3, we'd have room with a half shout.
I think...
Oh, we're 4 points off the playoffs. You're making it out like we're 27 points.
No, I'm making it out that they're gonna take 12 points off us and then...
No, I'm not thinking about that.
We're not going up, we're not going down. But if Sunday is like the school prom, you waited all... If you're American, waited all year, and that's like the culmination of the season. Yeah, but not like the Yanks.
Oh, yeah, go on.
It's the culmination of the season. It's the big game. I don't care what some Blues fans might pretend. I don't care about Whitton fans saying, oh, it's their cup final. It's your cup final as well.
It's both of our cup finals.
It's both our cup final. Let's not pretend we don't care. Oh, you're obsessed. Yeah, I am obsessed. Every week, first result I look at after ours is theirs. Yeah. Makes me obsessed. Sound.
Absolutely.
That's football rivalry. I don't care. But I think our players see it more than theirs do. I think our players appreciate it more than theirs do. I think you've got someone like Davis who, when he scored against them in the first season, they were down.
Ran all the way down the
pitch,
so
shouting
Gardner,
F off to Bruce.
I think Gardner.
Don't talk about that.
All right, I've got to talk about
happened.
it. No, I think he knows what it means to the city.
Yeah.
I think that's the point I'm trying to get across. Not that he's Alliance led. I'm just saying.
I think to an extent, if you're playing in that game, even if you don't give...
I mean, Davis isn't a Blues fan. David Davis is an Arsenal fan.
I think even if you don't give the smallest toss about Blues or Villa, if you're playing in that game, you care on that day.
Oh, God, yeah.
You bloody care. I think even if you live in Birmingham and you don't really care about football, you watch it. Like, you care on that day. Because you know someone in your family is a Blues fan. Someone in your family is a scumbag fan. Probably. You care on that day.
It is for me. It's about 10% Villa, 60% Albion.
Couple Bristol.
A couple of Bristol in there. But
it's not very nice.
Look, at the end of the day, I think we've seen it swing in terms of which team cares more.
No, I disagree. I think we care more. I think it means more to us because we're the perpetual underdogs in it.
Okay.
And I think our players care more. I think you just have to look at Davis's face and Keith Belt's face.
Oh, this current crop.
Craig Gardner's face.
This
Do you think
current
Tammy Abraham cares?
No, of course he doesn't. This current crop of players care. You go back to the early 2000s when we first came up. That crop cared. that up until 06, 05.
You think the latter stages...
They gave it down. 06 to 2010-ish, they didn't care.
You don't think?
For me, we got battered. We got battered 5-1 at Villa Park. We got beat. We started to get beat at home. Not that the players didn't care about the club. They just did. The derby didn't mean as much to them. It didn't. And then when we came back up, I know we got beat at home, but then we started doing a lot better. Obviously, then we beat them in the cup, and it started to get better again. And I think that we're back on that up again, where the players are meaning more. You saw it in the cup game, a couple of years ago.
I think it definitely helps that the two teams are closer than they have been for quite a long time.
Oh yeah, this specific game.
This specific game. I think going into Sunday, yeah, they beat us at theirs. It was 4-2.
They deserve to win.
They deserve to win. But if Shadon's shot was just a few inches lower,
hit the post.
Rocked it at the crossbar. I think rocked it off the crossbar. Was it post?
I'm saying that.
It hit the goal.
It
just didn't hit the net of the goal.
It didn't do a soccer goal.
It didn't do one of them soccer goals real good. If it had done a real good soccer goal
every time,
it would have gone and hit the net, and we would have.
Yeah, if we were 2-0 up,
that could have changed the game. I actually
would we have won that? Tough question.
I work with a Whitton fan, and of course I do. He is convinced that we would have won that if that would have gone in. And he's not just saying that to be nice because it's bloody horrible.
I don't think we'd have lost. I think we might have drew. Yeah, I think we might have drew.
I think it's typical Blues, like
we fold.
QPR game when you're absolutely flying. Yeah, we'll throw that away.
We folded.
We bloody did our best to throw that away.
We folded, and this is a strong team as well. Yeah. For me, the mentality in this squad is rock solid. I really think it is. I think we'll bounce back after Hull. I think that defeat's not going to be play on the lines.
I don't. Yes, Whitton, did they win 4-0 at Derby?
Yeah.
Form is great and important in the league. I think when it comes to Derby Day, form means absolutely jack all.
Oh yeah,
I really think it means nothing.
Yeah.
We weren't exactly flying last year when they came to us. Not last year, year before, when we drew 1-1 at home. It didn't matter because form goes out the window. We were doing alright, but
they were doing really badly, weren't they?
At the end of the day, come Sunday, there's 11 blokes on one side of the pitch, there's 11 blokes on the other side of the pitch, they're going to kick a ball at each other. Oh, yeah. That's all it is. Form means nothing. They're not thinking, oh, we did well against Derby or we lost against Hull. They're thinking, I hate them claret and blue bastards. I'm going to stick my studs through his face. That's just Keith Bell.
That's just Keith Bell. I was about to say, you know what this game needs, don't you?
Keith Bell red card.
Just you know that tackle he did against
Grealish.
Nah. Who was it he tackled? Oh, come on.
He's a footballer, he tackles people all game, every game.
Nah, he did one of those, he did that monster tackle.
He crippled Grealish at the end of the last video.
Was it Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest. And he did that ridiculous tackle that he like flew in at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And took the ball. We need
the clean one. I want about the foul. Yeah, the clean one. Yeah.
We need one of them in the first 2 minutes. It needs a big tackle. This game needs livening up because I think last season at home it was kind of, it wasn't bad, but it was a little bit more flat. It lacked something.
Yeah, the worry is that Keith Bell goes for that tackle. Not to single him out, but he is nuts.
He's nuts.
He goes for that tackle.
Or Davis.
Gets a red card in the first 5-10 minutes.
You can see it happening, can't you?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Davis is chomping.
I see Pedersen doing it as well.
I wouldn't play Pedersen.
You wouldn't? We'll get on to that. I've got a few questions to ask you ahead of that one. We'll ask you that one.
Excited.
But yeah, I think
this is. I don't want to say like, it's the best chance we've got to beat them for ages because that does sound a bit like desperation.
But it is. I'll go with this. Whether you want to go with it or not, this is our best chance to beat them. They are a very, very good team.
It doesn't help that Grealish has come back. I'll be honest.
No. That really didn't help.
Which means he's going to spend 70 minutes rolling around.
Their attacking play and their attacking options are better than ours.
Tammy Abraham and...
They're better than us. I'm sorry, they are.
Is McGinn injured or is he going?
No, he's fit. I'm pretty sure he's fit.
Right, yeah, McGinn as well.
Yeah, look, they're better than us. On paper. No, yes, on paper, they're better than us. As a squad, I think we're better. As a squad, collective. They've got better individuals. Abraham is a quality
better than Shay Adams at the moment?
Again, it's form, innit? Does form go out the window? I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Best chance to beat them. But again, it goes out the window.
Their goalkeeper's shocking. We've got Lee Camp.
That's what I was about to say. The only thing that fills me with hope this weekend is that I know they've had a lot of defensive problems. Hutton's done for the season.
Yeah. That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Heart bleeds.
Crying shame.
Yeah.
But
it's a shame no one gets a chance to...
Make of that what you will.
Yeah. Chance to get him back for sale.
Yeah. They've lost. I don't think Chester's fit, is he? I don't think he's going to make it.
I know he hasn't been.
I don't think he's going to make it for the game.
Yeah.
They lost Twanzebe.
Yeah. So they've got Mings.
They've got Mings. They've got No Hutton. So
Mings
they've got
who's
like
on loan and probably doesn't give two tosses about.
I mean, I think he's a good player.
He's a dirty player.
Oh, he is. Yeah, but he's a good player as well. I think we're going to have a field day against their defence if we turn up. It's a big if we turn up with that goalkeeper and their back line.
At home, we'll turn up.
I think we'll turn up. I think with our home record the way it is and the way Monk is and his mentality, we'll be at the jugular from minute one.
He needs a good old Shakespearean speech before.
Do a Brucey and just stick an article on there. But the article won't be Melberg slagging us off. It'll be like Brexit deal falls through again. They're
What
like,
is it with you and Brexit? Why is every podcast Brexit?
Why is he pinning this up on the wall? And Harley Dean is like, I don't even say, I can't read it. That's harsh, you can read, I bet you can read better.
What are you going on about?
But no, look, okay. I'm gonna leave it till the end. I'm gonna leave your score prediction till the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go into a few questions from social media.
Before you do that,
okay.
I had an idea. Because I do think of what to do on this podcast throughout the week.
He actually has.
I made notes.
Yeah, he did.
On my phone. I had the porn on the pitch. That's going to be a regular thing. Look forward to that.
Gross. Gross.
Who was your player? I was thinking, it might be better off starting next season. Who was your player of the week?
Player of the week?
Last week.
Gary Gardner.
Right. Make a note of that, and we're going to see at the end of the season who...
Alright.
See, that's a clever idea, don't you think?
But we're going to get onto some questions from social media.
Okay.
Now that we've established who I thought played okay in a defeat, which is always a difficult question.
Yeah.
We're going to run through these quick fire, so we're not rambling on these. I'm going to try and run through as many as I can.
Go on then.
Okay. First question, Jack again. Every week, Jack. I think it's almost like we pay him to do it.
Or he's our only friend.
I was going to say. What were both of your first derby games and your favourite memory from the derby? Go.
Oh, first one.
Rambling.
First one I probably don't remember. Well, I don't remember because it was '94. No, John Frayne, Paul Tate got sent off before your time. The first one I really remember is Enkelman. It's just known as the Enkelman game, and that is by far the greatest memory I ever have because it's just funny as balls. I mean, no matter what they say, you can take the mick out of our trophy cabinet, our ashtray in the trophy cabinet,
which we deserve.
Half-empty stadiums every now and again. But you know what? You threw the ball in your own goal.
I was going to say.
That's the end of the conversation. There is nothing you can say will ever be more embarrassing. Yeah, Hutton ran through Harley Dean and the defence and made us look like mugs. But you know what? You threw the ball in your own goal. You morons. Like, there is nothing...
I think it made it even better it was Melberg as well.
Yeah.
Of all the players to do that as well.
Yeah. And just that moment as he just glides under Enkelman's foot and then the fan that runs on and swears in his face and
gives him
the only thing more beautiful than that was Paul Tate taking his shirt off at the auto windscreen shield.
Yeah, what a guy.
Yeah. So for a completely non-football related reason, the embarrassment of Witten is more. Yeah.
First game, first derby, same one as Mark's. For Villa was the Enkelman game.
Yeah.
That was my first game. Favourite memory, it's got to be the cup quarter-final. It's got to be the cup win in the quarter-final. It was a freezing cold December night.
Yeah.
For some reason they decided to play on a Monday. They know it's a bad idea.
Why they did that,
I'll never know. And I was freezing, I couldn't feel my toes after the game. I remember that was just kicking off all the way up the Coventry Road all night. After the game, it was a war zone the whole game. But that was proper. I loved that. That was derby.
A proper derby clash.
Alright, fair enough. They turned up as well. They gave as good as they got. Villa. I think it was a interesting night.
I was hiding.
Yeah, you were right. Hiding in the Tilton somewhere or somewhere like that.
Under a rock.
It's just great. I remember winning. There was the scenes at the end, the goal to loop over, and the fact that led to a cup win as well.
Yeah.
To lift the cup.
That's one of the best things. To take them down on the way to lifting the cup.
You couldn't write it there if you were a story writer, were you?
Yeah, it's magical. They can beat us in the league if they want, but they helped us lift the cup.
Do you think we will have clappers?
James has got the clap, so that's kind of...
Oh.
Told you, dick jokes, that's what I'm here for. Will we have clappers? No, not a prayer. We're not going to have water bottles now, so we're not going to have clappers, are we?
We're going to have these like plastic cups now, aren't we? Just trying to launch one of them on the pitch and say, Sunday. Just kind of flops down in front of it.
I'll still hit Grealish, we won.
No.
No, we will definitely not have clappers.
That's a great idea last year.
It was funny.
I don't know who designed
It was
that.
very funny. But no, something tells me that'll be banned.
Yeah,
I'll bring my own.
Where does Monk list on best managers in both your lifetimes?
My lifetime, well...
Your lifetime, you've had more managers.
Barry Fry. Barry Fry.
A little bit before me, but obviously...
Oh, God, what a character. You know, he substituted himself on the once.
Did he actually?
I think it was a cup game, yeah. Board went up, substitution. Can't remember who came off, but yeah, on runs Barry Fry. True story. It was either a cup game or... Was it a friendly or something? I don't know what it was, but yeah, he ran on in the Blues kit and played. Yeah, true story.
The bloke.
What a man.
I'm going to have... There is boards here doing a night with...
Yeah, I saw that, yeah, they're doing... yeah.
Let me know if you want tickets. I do have some tickets available for that one on reserve.
Captain of plugs and...
No, you've got to buy. You've got to buy. I don't get them for free.
Ah.
So if you guys are interested, it's going to be a cracking evening. Honestly, you get photos with him. You're going to get some one-on-one time with him. You get a buffet there. And honestly,
he might even swear at you. Who knows?
25 quid a ticket. Let me know. Mark's not getting one. I've told him already. He's not getting one.
I wouldn't say he's the best manager. don't have that as my answer. No offence, Baz, but not that he's watching this.
Best manager.
You're
stalling. Best manager.
Bruce. I love Bruce. I don't care. I love Bruce.
I have this argument all the time. Regardless of what you say about him, Alex McLeish.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Right. He has 2 relegations on him. One of them was a half a season, where Bruce was in charge for
which you can't really hold. Same as Barry
I'm
Fry.
not going to hold him to that relegation. I'll hold him to the second one, where we went down after the cup.
Yeah.
But not that. He won us our first trophy in 40 odd years.
Yeah.
He got us a 9th place finish in the Premier League. The cup win led to a European campaign, and he had a promotion. So a promotion, a record finish in the Premier League, and...
Yeah.
Where's the arguments there? Yeah, he left. He shouldn't have done it, idiot. But
I don't know.
Almost unforgivable.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you. I'm still sticking with Bruce.
You stick with Bruce. Bruce would have been my second.
I still love Bruce.
Gary Rowett.
Do you know what?
No.
I like Gary Rowett.
No, I hate him.
I like Gary Rowett.
Such an arrogant sod.
We sacked him.
Rightly?
Why rightly?
Because he was talking to other clubs.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
Where's the proof?
Yes, he was.
Show me the proof.
I have ITK. I have inside knowledge of the club.
Do you?
No, I actually do. No. Honestly, gospel on my hand on heart. He was talking to Fulham and QPR. Hand on heart.
Okay.
I'll put my hand. No, genuinely.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but what I am saying is, I've had jobs. I've applied for other jobs. I've left jobs for other jobs.
There's nothing saying he can't do that, but don't be annoyed if there's repercussions. Then.
Fine, but I have this issue with loyalty in football. If, for example, say a name, Modric comes available, yeah, and he said, you know what, the ball ring, love it, love the ball ring, want to be there. Star City, can't get enough, I'm moving to Birmingham. Modric wants to come to Birmingham. Are we going to say, sorry, Keith Belt?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Or we're going to go, you know what, Keith Belt, we're loyal to you. Modric, go away. We're so loyal to Keith Belt. No, you're not, are you?
No.
So there's no loyalty there. We've got Gary Rowett. How about Ferguson says, you know what, don't like Manchester anymore. Birmingham's where my heart is. Are we going to go, no Ferguson, we've got Gary Rowett, we're loyal to him? No. So why do we expect loyalty the other way?
Interesting question. Let us know in the comments, guys.
Answer me that. And you can slag me off on Twitter for everyone, but I stand by it. We expect undenying loyalty from players, coaches, managers, but we won't give it back to them.
No, of course not.
So
no,
why should they?
I do agree. He's still a snake. I won't forgive him.
That's my rant for the week.
What would your ultimate realistic blue signing be? And you have all the money you want. Well, it's
not realistic.
Realistic.
Marlon Pack.
I'd be close with that one.
I love Marlon. If we can't get Gardner at the back
in the summer,
yeah. Marlon Pack. Even if we could get Gardner, I'd still go for Marlon Pack.
Yeah, obviously money not being an issue, which it isn't.
And I would also say that's realistic. Not that we're not going to sign him, but realistically, there would be a chance. Whereas if you go for like Janssen at Leeds,
you know my obsession with Ryan Wood.
Yeah, I knew
you knew that was coming.
I nearly said it just so you couldn't say it.
But I'm going to put 2 out there. I was going to say him, or if we could keep Shea by some God grace of a miracle, we could keep him partnering with Britt Assembalonga.
I signed him on FIFA. He's really good.
I love Britt Assembalonga. I just think he's the all-round striker.
Or Billy Sharp. Partly because
his age,
I went in his private box once.
Yeah.
Blues v Doncaster away. I was in his private box with his family. We went a goal down. They threw it all in my face. We ended up winning 3-1, and they wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day. That is a true story.
Mark's story of the day. You're not getting a story from me today, but you will get one next week.
I mean, there's more to the story, but yeah, that is the gist of it. You don't want me to bore you with tales of me going in players' boxes, but yeah, who knows, brother? Do
you see Monk staying for a long time at St Andrews, and when he eventually does, so you think he'll be forced out?
Forced out?
Or leave of his own discretion?
He won't be forced out. The only thing that will force him out is, I don't know how many more...
results.
Say again?
If he's forced out, it'll be because results turn bad.
Oh, right, yeah, you mean sacked? Like,
as in, like...
I'd take that to mean, like, will he feel pushed out? Or will he feel like he's got to leave? I think the only situation where he'll feel like he's got to leave is if he goes another couple of transfer windows with nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'd
he'll get frustrated with that.
I think he's probably frustrated that he couldn't buy anyone in January anyway. I think if this doesn't get resolved with the FFP, like, he got Maratti obviously, but I can't see him sticking around. Our squad is bare bones. We are doing very well.
We're overachieving.
Yeah,
we've got
a couple of injuries and we are screwed. Roberts came. Was it Dean went off injured?
Yeah.
Roberts came on, got injured.
Yeah. No, Morrison went off injured.
Morrison went off. Roberts come on, injured. We've got no centre back replacement except Harding, who can play centre back.
I think he's brilliant at centre back.
Yeah, I think if we have another couple of windows, 1 or 2, where Monk cannot improve the squad in any way, just through depth alone.
Yeah.
I think he may feel, because someone will come knocking. What he's done with us this season is borderline a miracle.
Yeah.
Someone will come knocking.
Score predictions. Head and heart.
Head.
Oh, I don't like the thought.
Torn between a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw, a ball draw. The head kind of says they'll win. It does. Grealish is back. As much as I hate him, and I mean hates, like,
he's got something.
I hate him with the fire of 1,000 suns, with the burning passion.
Yeah.
More than I've ever hated anything in my life, other than perhaps Lee Hendry. I hate him.
Don't waste your energy, just calm down.
Yeah, but he's a good player. If he stayed on his feet...
He's overrated, but I think he's a good player.
If he stayed on his feet, he'd be phenomenal.
I still don't think he's this phenomenal player.
He's not as good as they think he is.
He's lower Premier League.
In the same vein,
he's somewhere in the Prem, but not top 8.
Give him his dues. He's good. He's not as good as they think he is, but then Che Adams probably isn't as good as we think he is, and Gary Gardner probably isn't as good as I think he is. No, come on. And Max Collin probably isn't as good as I think he is.
But probably not.
I think he's a dream.
I think Adams you can shout for.
Maybe, but
yeah,
he's got something about him, Grealish has, and unfortunately, the team obviously they beat Derby 4-0. The team is lifted by having Grealish in it. Is that because Grealish is so good he lifts the team and carries them himself? I don't think so. Or are the rest of the players so convinced that Grealish is good, just him being around lifts them? I think it's that, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think he carried that team, no matter what they say. I think they've all convinced themselves, and the fans tell them that without Grealish you're nothing. The players are almost like, well, we ain't got Grealish, we ain't going to win. Now he's back, I think that does tip the ball in their court a little bit.
That's a fair point.
Head says 2-1 to them, we'll score first. Heart says 2-1 to us, they'll score first.
I like that. I'll take that. Couple of quick ones now.
That's as honest as I can be.
Craig or Davis in the middle?
If we're going to play Keith and Bell, Craig.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I think Davis and Keith and Bell do a very similar job.
That's all I need from you.
Okay. Am I done?
Which player do you hate the most in the Villa team?
Grealish. with a burning ember.
Honestly, right? It's going to surprise a lot now. He's not my worst one. You're looking at me with a surprise. Alan Hutton, I hate him more. No, I hated him before we ever played him because I know
he's Scottish and you're racist.
I know he's a prick, but Berahino, do you remember that fly kick he did on Berahino straight to the stomach? The bloke has always been
I kind of like him for that.
An arse. Oh, I hate Berahino as well, but God, you know.
No, Grealish. Past or present, it's a toss up between Grealish, Hendry, and a Bonhor.
Oh, and a Bonhor, yeah, man.
But Grealish cut me up once on the Aston Expressway. I've never forgiven him for it.
Really?
Yeah, he did. And that's what it's all for. There's nothing to do with football. That really upset me.
If there was one player in the Championship we could have in our own team, what would it be?
I've said this, Marlon Pack.
Okay, that's fine. Who do we get? Why do we get so nervous when we play Villa? In brackets, this Sunday we will win.
Because we're human.
Because it means a lot to us. No one's going to lie. If any Blues fan says this doesn't mean a lot to them, they're a liar. And if any Villa fan says it doesn't mean a lot to them, unless they're a proper fan, they're a liar. Because they do. I think Villa have quite a few plastics.
Yeah, unless they're not a proper fan.
They're not a proper Villa fan. There's lots of proper Villa fans, and this game means a lot. They all live in Lichfield. Yeah.
Someone had a go at me the other day. Blues fan had a go at me because I always say Villa fans live in Lichfield and always write they live in Lichfield.
Yeah, but they do.
Some Lichfield Blues fans got to be upset about it.
Oh, okay.
They want me to start saying Sutton. So all Villa fans live in Sutton Coldfield.
Oh, okay.
That's a fact.
I think all there is to say now, to round this up, Mark, give me your team to start against Villa.
Okay, Lee Camp.
That's dark. Joe, put some respect on this name. I've told you this last week.
Lord Manbun.
Lord Manbun.
Harley and Morrow in the middle, obviously.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
We ain't got anyone else to choose from.
You got Wes.
Yeah, well, coming to that. I would have Colin on the left, assuming he's fit. We won't find out until possibly by the time you've seen this. And I'd have Harding on the other side, and I'd drop Pedersen because I do think he's a bit of a liability. And I do think it worries me knowing Tammy Abraham might be running at him at some point because I don't think he's going to keep up with him. In the middle, Keithton Beld. It's whether you go for a diamond or not.
This is what you think. Go.
I think
your team to play them.
I think we'll be too open in the middle if we go for a diamond. Although it would be nice to see. So I'd go Keithton Beld, Craig Gardner, Mahoney, and Yotta on the wings, and then obviously Duke. Shea obviously goes without saying. I think
Vukovic or Vassell.
I don't think Vassell's had enough playing time.
Okay, so you go with Duke.
I'd go Duke, or I'd maybe have Jota on the one side, Marapti on the other side, and I'd stick Mahoney up with Duke because apparently he can play up front. Although I only found out the other day. I've never seen him do it, but apparently he can.
You can, yeah.
But no, I as I said last week, I don't believe in this tiredness nonsense.
It's crap, innit?
I think Duke's...
Especially they've had
Duke's
by Sunday they've had 8 days.
Duke's a bit off the boil. I think
it's confidence as well.
Yeah, I don't know. He scored against them last time, so you can't really drop him, can you?
You're dropping Pedersen. He scored against them last time.
I know, yeah, but he's flat-footed.
I'll give you my team, but you're going to have to wait till the preview for that one.
So I have to wait as well?
You have to wait as
well.
I'm not even telling him. And you'll wait for my score prediction as well.
No,
that one gets ridiculed even more, and you wait for me to get this wrong and get it No, not by Blues fans.
So what you're doing is you're going to wait until Monday and then release the video of your score prediction.
Yeah, I got it exactly right.
Makes sense.
But thanks so much, guys, for watching. This has been the second episode of the Birmingham Fan TV podcast. Please leave a comment down below. Give me a name suggestion because we're brain dead. We can't think of one. We're struggling, and it's going to be something stupid if you guys don't.
Like Peaky Bellends.
Yeah. So if you guys could leave us a comment down below of a good name, you know, that would be handy. Otherwise, it's probably going to stick to the Bftv podcast. So.
Which isn't the worst name.
It's not even that bad, but you know. But that's all from us, guys. Join us next week for the third episode of the Birmingham Fan TV podcast. I've been your host, James, and this is
Mark.
What's his name again?
Mark Watson. Put some respect on that name.
Plug that. Put his Twitter in there. Go and follow him on Twitter.
Mark Watson, 1875.
He puts some good articles out, but all I can say to you, Mark, is, my God, let's hope by this time next week.
I'm not turning up next week if we lose. You have my word on that.
Oh my God.
I'm feeling a cough coming on. I don't know if I can talk about it if we lose.
I think the channel's coming down because I can't deal with the abuse I got last time.
I'm leaving the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just quitting the internet.
Oh, I can't wait. But guys, fingers crossed for a good result on Sunday. Fingers and toes, and if you what they call us, we've got our 6 fingers crossed or whatever, whatever it is. Yeah. And we'll see you next week for the Birmingham Fan TV podcast. Don't forget to check out the match preview. It will be an extended match preview looking at some of the in-depth analysis and looking at the two teams and who they're going to be the key matchups in that game. But that's all from us, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Ta-ra!